So I am DJ GADD once again.
Test 1 2.
I came up with a topic of graffiti.
Test 1 2.
You gonna have to talk about
graffiti. Graffiti is something that is talked about to be something bad, but is something that is very artistic. And for someone who probably know a lot about art but not a lot about graffiti is my host right here.
Oh, yep. Reed, what's up?
I rock. Yep.
I rock.
Yep.
Hashtag IROC.
Alright, so
Do it.
Graffiti. You see it everywhere. You see it on buildings, you see it on businesses. You probably see your kids trying to do it. What is all this stuff? What is this? Whoa.
Yeah, I see it everywhere.
Yeah, I know. It's a very, very popular thing because it's something that first is like an alias.
Okay.
For me, it's like an alias because you can have a name that people who do the same thing as you can see you, but not everybody else know. But if you see them a lot, you're just like, oh, who's doing all this vandalism? Or, oh, who did this piece? This is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be that person to be envied.
Oh, okay. So it's like an ego thing?
Kind of something like that.
But different?
A lot of people see it as an ego thing, and a lot of people see it as a rush.
Okay.
And a lot of those people get caught up and keep on doing it over and over and over and not really clean about it. And those are the people who get
caught up?
Yeah, and in jail for it right now.
Oh, okay. Now I have a question. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do they get on the freeway signs?
Oh, well, see, you gotta be like a ninja or like a cat. So you gotta scoot your way all the way up there.
Right.
With your bag, with paint. Then you just gotta climb up there. Then you just gotta hold on. Then.
Okay, cause you know, like when you're on 880 and you're about to hit 80 to get to go either to Frisco or go to Richmond, right there,
yeah.
behind the post office.
Yeah.
I remember seeing I'm not gonna say who it was, but I remember seeing their name on there, and I see their name all over the town. So I was just wondering how they got up there, because it's not like there's anything they can climb up on to get to it.
I mean, you bring your resource. So when you go out,
what do you bring, a ladder in the middle of the night?
When you go out and paint, you got to think about where you want to go and what you have to do and what the things you need to do. So you scope out the place before, right? Probably like 2-3 weeks.
Right.
People paranoid 4 weeks or something. A whole month be like, all right, let me just see how many police come by. Let me see how many people come by. Then they actually finally go up there with all their stuff, trying to see how they got up there one time, don't do nothing, and come back down and see if it's easier doing this way. And then they probably bring some supplies and stuff like that. Then bam, bam, boom, do everything.
Okay, so you do all of that planning to be able to express who you are to the world.
It's more of a... Actually, yeah, because it's like it's a world movement that you get noticed for, and you can get possible fame. But me personally, and a lot of people don't look for that. We just looking for like, it's like our thing to show as that art, but people don't really want to see it as art, but we just like showing how we...
People don't want to see it as art because you paint on our buildings!
Right. It's vandalizing the buildings.
See?
Right? That's why they don't see it as art.
No. Where you put it at is like a very well thought process of where people are going to see it, right? So the places that you would want to do it would be probably like a van that has moving things that's all white out.
So basically, you guys, so you're graffiti artists and you're writing on things that will advertise you.
Yeah, we're advertising
for free. Free advertising.
Yeah, wherever we go.
By writing on buildings and vehicles, right?
Not just a vehicle, but...
No, I mean, you know.
Okay, well, you can go on like you can see those little
So what's the
I have a question.
What's the good side? What's your question? Come here.
Buddy, dude, here's my question.
Okay.
Through all that thinking of all this brilliant art around the world, why don't you ever think to ask the owner, can you do it?
They might just say yes.
Most of the time they won't, because
Why? How often do you ask? Do you ask every time?
a lot of people do ask, and a lot of people resort to just going to places that's been already tagged over and do that over and over, but they try to find new places that haven't been tagged over because it's a whole...
In your lifetime
so
of
much.
graffiti, how many tags have you put up on the wall?
Tons.
Tons? So 100?
So how long
Something
you?
like that.
How long
Okay,
you do
out of 100 tags you put up on the wall, how many times did you ask?
Dun, dun, dun.
Not
Yeah.
that many,
It's
a
suspenseful,
couple.
isn't
About
it?
how many?
The
10?
only time that it actually
10?
worked,
10? 20?
I would say like
30?
I would
Out of
say
100?
about 10, yeah, 10 and
About
one
10.
word.
So
Out of 100 tags you put up, you
Or
asked
more.
10 times.
So that's
and
10%.
only one. Come on, let's do our
That's
math.
10%
I'll be right
10%.
back. Somebody's at the door of the radio station.
I'm just
we
saying.
too live. We
10%.
too live.
So that means 90% of those people just might have said yes. Maybe not all 90, but it might have been more than 10%.
Okay. Let me put it like this. Me personally, when I go out and stuff like that, the places I look for are where people I would like. We go around and search places, just like find places. So like.
But do you see how that? Do you hear how that sounds?
No. Yeah, I see how it sounds, but I'm not the person to tag on a building. I'm more of a person that go to like an industrial somewhere.
But no, it doesn't matter where you go. The principle's still the same.
Okay.
But see, I mean, you know, do you see how it sounds though? In the way that a person who owns the property would take it.
Yeah.
Or if their building, you know, how they can see like you're just terrorizing my stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's no different than a little kid at an apartment or a house and then they're, you know, writing on the wall and they get in trouble.
Alright.
You know?
Yeah.
But I can see the part, you know, the side of, you know, you wanting to be artistic and express who you are and let people see who you are. But that's why, you know, Igor had a good question. Why not just ask them?
We should broadcast like that.
Why? Ask them.
What do you mean why ask them? It's their stuff that you want to write on, right?
Yeah, but why ask them at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Don't ask them at 2 o'clock in the morning. Ask them during the day and say, I'm going to come at 2 o'clock in the morning. They're going to be asleep anyway. You never know. They might even blow it up.
I'm back.
Like, we gonna throw y'all like a graffiti party or something. You just never know.
What if you ask in the daytime and they let you come back in the daytime where you don't have to sneak?
What if they don't?
Then they don't.
And
Move on to the
person.
next.
Okay, well let me. I got a better question because see, I went and got some munchies. Y'all welcome to some.
Thank you.
I got some munchies, right? And it's helped me think, right? What if you caught me writing on your house? What would you do to me?
You don't put your blood, sweat, and tears
What if you caught
into
me?
this house.
What if you caught me? You understand me? You just bought this clean nightclub, but I think it's just a poop butt warehouse that's nothing, and you think it's $1 million empire. And you catch me at 3:30 in the morning, spraying the hell out of your $1 million empire. What are you gonna do to me? You gonna let me finish?
I'll probably work something out if I catch you to ask you if you can do my sign.
That sounds good in a perfect world, but what would you really do?
See, the house situation, that's a rule in graffiti. You never do a house.
Yes, you do, because the little cats in my neighborhood right now spraying on houses.
Yeah.
Right now.
Those are little BGs. Those are not people who done.
I'll be back. You think about that. I gotta fix my turntable.
Well, I apologize for the new upcoming graffiti artists. They don't know better. That's my part on that. Most of them are toys, and you'll never ever see them up places I go or do big pieces.
So, here's my question.
And those are just scratches. Like I know what you're talking about.
I'm back. I'm back. Shouts out to the Murchies. Right. Now you want to apologize for the youngsters, right? So you feel bad for the youngsters that have basically misrepresented the art, right?
All right.
But how do you feel about the other 90 people in their house or building or wall that you tagged on that you didn't ask? Did you like misrepresent by painting on their stuff and not asking? I mean, I'm asking this. Is that like a secret code of graffiti that makes it good? You're not supposed to ask?
I mean, it's a lose-lose situation on what I say, because everybody's idea is that it's something that you don't want or someone else don't want, but it is something that you do and you know that is done, and you know that yes, it is bad. It is.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
No. You wanted this. No, this is his episode.
Wait, I got a question.
Just to let y'all know, he wanted to talk about this.
I got a question. I got a question, right? Listen.
This is what he wanted.
If you asked me to paint on my building and I told you no, why would you do it anyway?
Oh, that's disrespectful.
True.
Okay, that's our
So why
point.
would you do it anyway?
Because you don't care about your word.
I'm looking at him in the camera, like looking at him.
See, there's places I know where to go and where not to go.
No, okay. Here we go.
Right.
So where do
you know where to go? When you go there, do you ask?
No.
Okay. When you don't ask, you do it anyway.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you ask?
Who would I ask?
The owner of the
people
building.
on the building.
So I would ask Oakland. I would ask the government if I could tag on a.
No. Somebody owns the property.
No. I'm talking about. Okay, so
You're
like.
Okay,
There's
don't go so deep in where you're going.
So if you go on public property, you already know not to do that, right?
All right, yeah.
Why would you do that anyway? This is like in
Because
general, not just
Is that culture?
Is that culture? Is that like a sacred code, like to break the rules?
Not
it's
even
like
sacred code.
The
just
rebel in graffiti.
It's just if you do graffiti, you know what graffiti is and you know what you are doing.
Okay, well that's what I'm asking. See, I don't do graffiti, right?
Right.
And what I want to know about graffiti that interests me is, what about graffiti makes you wanna disrespect another's property? Because see, it's your. I'm looking at it like this, is because see, it's your art, right?
Right.
And you take pride in your art, right? That's your art.
Right.
Well, this is my house. Why would you put your art on my house without asking me? And you take pride in your art. That's like taking your pride is more important than my pride. Right. So when do I start socking you up?
When you start
because it's a pride issue now, right?
All right.
See, so why would you do that knowing that's what it is?
Okay.
You see the point?
I mean, yeah, I do, and it's still.
But it just doesn't matter, huh?
I mean, no, I see the point, but it's just like.
Still gonna do it.
We're gonna do it anyway, still.
Because that's the culture.
Pretty much.
And I mean.
I'll be back.
I got a question.
I'm out.
Oh wait, you gotta tell who you are. I'm sorry, I'm just like,
what's up with it?
Who are you?
This is DJ Lady Shea Butter. In this thing, just walking through, saying what's up. I'm gonna jump back in on this topic. You doing too much, but.
Anyways, I got a question.
I'm right here. I'll be back in a minute. Love you, Dad.
I got a question.
What's your question?
What's the maximum? Don't look at me. Look at the camera. Don't look at me. Look at the camera.
What's your question?
What's the maximum consequence for getting caught by the police while graffitiing?
I don't know. I just don't get caught.
So you don't know.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Google it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Googleable.
It's Googleable.
I just want y'all to know, like, I should trade. That's trademarked.
Man. Okay, so this is me coming back right now.
Googleable. That's a trademark. I first said that on KPFA Radio, on Sideshow Radio. That's when I first said Googleable.
So
thank you.
So the stuff you see on buildings and stuff is usually not the stuff I do, because I would take my time in something.
Well,
right?
what's the difference? Isn't both of the stuffs both disrespectful?
No.
They're not. You didn't ask. They didn't ask.
Or if I didn't ask and I did something that was up for a very long time and nothing did happen to it.
Wait, so you don't consider that if you paint on somebody's wall and you didn't ask, you don't consider that being disrespectful?
It is disrespectful.
Right. So I'm saying, what's the difference between your disrespect and their disrespect? Is it that just your disrespect looks better?
No, my disrespect means something.
Well, tell us, what does your disrespect mean?
My name, or what I want you to see, whatever character I do or whatever image, but it's not going to be on what?
So I just want to know on camera, did you just admit that your name represents disrespect?
No.
Is that what you just said?
You represent my name as disrespect, so I had to say what you think that.
No, I don't represent your name as disrespect. I represent my house as my pride. That's all I represent. I'm asking you, what do you represent?
I would not see. It's a bad thing because you're putting your place in that.
Yeah, I'm thinking because you know why? Because I've been a property owner that has had graffiti put on their house. Now I've been in both cases. Some of it has looked good, and I've tried to catch the little guy so I can ask him, could he do some more? On the other hand, I've had graffiti that has looked bad, and I'll try to catch the guy to kick him in his low because I don't want him to do it no more, right? Mm-hmm. But the difference, the common thing between both of them is neither one of them asked. And that's similar to what you said. Mm-hmm. You said that you have put up some nice pieces, at least about 100 times. Mm-hmm. And out of 100 times, only 10 times that you've put up nice pieces, you've only asked 10 times. Mm-hmm. So that means you've put up 90 pieces that are nice, that are disrespectful.
No.
Did you ask?
Okay, you said asking, but all of them weren't. Okay, yes. I'm not even going to go into it. Yes.
Yes what?
Yeah, no, you're right. I didn't ask, and those 10% were the ones I asked.
And wait, so those 10%, the ones you asked, right?
Yeah.
One said yes.
One said yes. Mm-hmm. Okay,
so
let's look at these stats of disrespect.
Because it's 10% of 10%.
I like to get to the core of why people do what they do. Because if you ask me why I do what I do, I can tell you. I'll tell you graphically, right? And you're telling me you do graffiti. Mm-hmm. And you began representing the great artists of graffiti and not the quote-unquote toys, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And I seen a common denominator between the toys and you of the great graffiti artists, and that is one of disrespect by not asking to use the property that you use to put up your wonderful art. Mm-hmm. My question is, why? Why don't you ask?
Because most of the time it's going to be no, and you think it's disrespect, so...
Who thinks it's disrespect?
Is that wait? Now here's my question: is that a no? Like you know that, or are you assuming that?
I know that.
Okay. How do you know?
Tune in for the next show where we talk about what we really know
and what you assume.
Come on. No, let's. I like that. You know, this is going to be an interesting subject. It's because. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I always like talking about the funny ways that people disguise disrespect. You feel me? They dress up a pig in a wig and tell you it can fly like this. Young man's doing right here. Now, no disrespect, quote unquote, young man, but I'm stuck on this one part. If your art is so good, why don't you have the confidence that people will like it? Because why would they tell you no?
No.
Why would they tell you no?
No, because now it's getting kind of twisted up because I never did say nothing about my art being not
No. Well, let's go back.
The art I do this right here.
Let's go back.
Like
well, you can't see it. Well, wait. Stop.
No,
Listen, because you're assuming, you're taking our show to an assumption that is not even here. You can't tell me what people like. You feel me? I'm a DJ. I know that. My experiment is to find out what people like through music. Right? And I don't know until I get the results. Right? If you never ask, you never know. Right? Is that true? So if you've never asked, then you've never gotten the results. Could that be true? Right. So you've never asked to put up wonderful art on a person's property. So you never got the results to find out if they would say yes or no. Right? You assumed that they would say no because you assumed that they don't like this kind of art.
Do you see how it
now, here's the thing. Yep. What kind of art is this? I can't even see it. Let's let the camera come in. Now, I bet you if we poll this, there will be people that will call in and say, that's cool. Feel me? Because I like it in a kind of cool marijuana kind of high 420 sit back and chill, look at something kind of way. So you don't know what people will like until you ask them. And I'm just looking back at the stats you gave us in TV land. You said out of 100 people, you asked 10 and 1 said yes. So if you would have asked all 100 people, by your stats, 10 would have said yes. So instead of having 1 piece that was respectable, you'd have 10 pieces that's respectable. As opposed to having 99 disrespectful pieces and 1 respectful piece. All because you didn't ask. And I ask you again, why didn't you ask?
Because that is what I do, and that is what it takes to get my name out there.
It takes for you not to ask.
At least he's honest.
And I just showed you by your stats alone that you gave me that you'll do better if you ask. And your answer is that's what you do. This is REEDality TV. I'm out of here.
That's it, folks.